This beautiful Monday morning,
Woo!
and it is the 17th day in the month of February 2025.
That's right. Okay.
I mean, for a minute, I actually, thought, okay, today should be 23rd or 25th already, but,
Right.
Immediately I stepped in this morning and I had to sign in. I
Yeah.
checked the date and I'm like, oh, today is just 17th. Well, I think February is somewhat slow. January was quite fast this year, and February is a bit slow.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not going to lie. And it looks like you see that trend that comes with January where some people actually struggle financially.
Yeah.
It looks like it's
breaking off now.
No, yes, in the month of February.
It's breaking off.
But anyhow, I trust that you had
Okay.
I'm forced to ask you now, Yudi, how was the weekend?
The weekend was indoors. The weekend was smart. The weekend was just me identifying myself. Value is most given to myself because you can't give what you don't have.
That's right.
You need to get that value first of all, and then you can extend that love. And that one or two persons, I don't know, just around my compound. I mean, what we spoke about, last week was the fact that, hey, you need to identify and know the people around you that you should be able to reach out to. All right. Sometimes when we say that we are reaching out to people and all of that, it doesn't really mean that you must go, to the streets. There are some people whose lives, need some affecting, and they're just around you. They're your neighbors. They're the same people who say, bros, good morning, sister, I found out, stuff like that. These are the people, and these are the people that I was able to associate with, and it gave me so much joy, so much, happiness, and for the most part.
All right, I agree, and I think this should be a wake-up call to each and every one of us.
Yeah.
That it's indeed important for you to know who your neighbor is.
True.
There are some people who, well, depending on your environment, they have this mind your business, I mind my business kind of thing going on. But I feel it's really not the best way to go. Way back, people will come out in the morning. Good morning, my neighbor. I actually like that song.
How are you doing?
How are you doing? But now everyone is just keeping to themselves, and I really do not think that's the best way to live.
True.
Especially with some people, because I mean your neighbor is your closest relative in cases of emergency or whatever.
I tell you.
But I really cannot say I had a great weekend because I was somewhat under the weather. And I must say thank you, Yudi, for last week Friday.
Okay, now she says it. She says it. She brings it on air.
All right. We're back to reality now.
Sure.
Back to work, and let's deal with the business of the day.
Right.
Well, it appears it's going to be an eventful week because there are calls from right, left, and center, different quarters, calling for investigations into the alleged, terrorism financing by the USAID or the USAID, if you like. Twitter or X has been to a friend.
Torn into two.
Views and strong revelations, expose, if you ask me. And somehow a takeaway from the views and counter views trailing this saga is the fact that some Nigerians are of the opinion that, they haven't pointers to this, even from 2022 or thereabout.
Right.
I see some videos of some elder statesmen or key figures even trying to highlight some of the issues, involved, especially when you look at humanitarian aid or assistance coming from these NGOs, right? But it looks like we turned a blind eye, or we didn't take some of those concerns seriously. But here we are. Let us really see what we can make, of this revelation by the U.S. congressman. Anywho, today we'll have a lot packed for your listening pleasure. You know that... starting your day with us on the breakfast show is just about the best thing you can do for yourself or to yourself every morning. We started off with the news, and of course this hour we're going to looking at the front pages of Nigeria. But that's not to say we will not bring you up to speed on 10 things that you ought to know.
That's right. For
the day. And I'm sure a number of Nigerians are itching itching seriously
share more than 2 cents
call
now.
in to,
More
to,
than 2
to,
cents
to
now.
express, themselves and your thoughts. And of course, at 8 o'clock, just because we've got something for everyone, Vicky Vic will be right here to bring
That's
you
right.
up to speed with
Most
the latest happenings in the world of sport. And of course, at the 9 o'clock hour, on
be right
Eagles
back.
Outlook, you can already tell, some of you can already tell from our body language that the focus is going to be on the war against insecurity in
That's
Nigeria.
right.
It actually lasted over a decade, for more than a decade. And over time we've been asking questions. Is there an end in sight to the insecurity rocking Nigeria? But now that we have some sort of expose, maybe we can use that
narrow
to
it down.
deal,
Yeah.
to deal decisively with, the many issues bedeviling Nigeria, in terms of security.
Right.
And of course, with an extension into the midday extra show at 10 o'clock, it'll be time for the general open banter.
That's right.
And
Okay.
a lot is really going on
Quite
right
a
now.
number of
We're
things.
yet to pitch
settle in
tent,
for,
right?
yeah.
On what to discuss, because we love to bring the very best
That's
and very
right.
topical issues
Most
to
def.
banter.
That's right.
On the general open banter. But whatever it is, I think I'll just let that lie low for
That's
now,
right. Most def.
so we can keep
Most
you on
def.
the edges of your seat up until that time. And of course, at 11 o'clock, we talk about our minds and our bodies. But best believe, myself and you we've taken it upon ourselves to always have breakfast.
Most def. Yes,
Yes.
now.
So
No
we can
missing.
be on top of my
That-
stomach is rumbling. By the way, let's quickly introduce ourselves.
That's
my name
right.
is Omoife Peace of Semere.
And
he is-
I am Uduak Daniel. Call me
you
UD.
did the golden voice.
Okay, no, she put that part. Don't worry. Omoife now is the Hajia. Still, regardless whether you're Hajia in your wares or not, you're still kicking it. All
But
right.
I'm not giving the Hajia vibes today,
No,
honestly.
it's not the Hajia
But maybe,
vibes,
first of next month, we understand Ramadan will be starting.
Ooh,
First of
yes.
next month.
Yes,
Honestly,
yes.
I really can't wait for that, moment.
So we greet you in the way that we know how to. We say Inakwana Ekaro Otutuoma Agife, right? Olodudu.
Olodudu.
And then in my dialect, Amesiere.
Amesiere.
And she was saying it in her dialect.
All right, the good people of Isoko, in Delta State, Nigeria, would say,
Isoko. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. Every time we say the vibe is about to get lit. And all about, yes, litty it is. Now let's get into the matter of the day.
That's
right now, one of those things that you ought to know just before we jump into the front page of Nigerian newspapers this morning. You should take this away right now.
Well, we're starting off with Rivers State Police Command, as it has confirmed the release of Reverend Father Maurice Livinus, a Catholic priest of the Port Harcourt Diocese, and two other kidnapped victims from their captors. Now, the State Police Public Relations Officer, SP Grace Iringe Koko, is the victim from a combined team of security officers.
Intense pressure. Okay, I like it.
Not just pressure, intense.
Intense. So, there are different ways to pressure someone in
Right.
cash or in kind. But anyways, whatever it is, we're glad that Reverend Father Maurice Livinus is back. All right. Now, let's go see this one now where the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, has declared an indefinite strike in protest against the planned resumption of sacked All Progressives Congress Council executives who were reinstated by a court appeal verdict. Now, according to the Nation, the appeal court ruling paved the way for the APC-backed council officials to reclaim leadership across local government areas in the state. Now, however, though, Governor Ademola Adeleke has vowed to resist their reinstatement. All right.
So is it going to be a nationwide indefinite strike, or it's the state NLC chapter that will be embarking on the strike?
Yeah, because the way it's going now, we've not heard so much noise. There's not so much dust being stirred.
Right.
If not, we would have seen it on social media saying, and everywhere, known possible, we are going on a strike protest now. But it's just been on a low key kind of.
All right, at least 5 notorious cultists have been feared killed after rival gangs resumed a supremacy battle in the Mushin area of Lagos at the weekend. The gang war said to be between members of the Aye and Air cult groups. It was started from Ilasha and soon escalated to Ilepo, Idiaraba, a toll gate, and Lukbeju areas.
Go to the spate of cult activities these days. River State, now Lagos State. Which other states? About 3 states now have been ranking, high on cult activities, and it's quite sad. I mean, we shouldn't add that one to what he's doing us, because what he's doing us already, I don't know. I'll just leave it there. But anyways, though, an official of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency identified as Aliyu Imran has been murdered in the Igabi local government area of Kaduna State. Now, it was gathered that Imran, an assistant superintendent of Narcotic 1, was burnt alive by an angry mob in Gadangaya area of Igabi local government area after a vehicle being pursued by the deceased and some of his colleagues was involved in an accident that resulted in deaths. So rest in peace, that's all I can say.
Amen.
Amen.
Well, 7 innocent civilians were said to have been killed by a military airstrike that hit the Yoni community, Zaka ward of Safana local government area of Katsina State. Reports said 3 other security personnel, including 2 police officers and an operative of a state-owned community watch corps, were earlier killed in a gun duel with bandits.
I hear
Military airstrike,
Yes.
killing innocent civilians.
Okay. I hear a lot of kill these days.
Airstrike mistakes.
Well, I don't know what explanation they're going to issue out for that one. But then the lifeless body of a police inspector identified as Haruna Mohammed has been found in a hotel room in Ogun State. Now, it was gathered that the State Police Division in Lagos State had arrived with a woman to Super G, a certain hotel there, located at Anthony Uzum Estate, Oyeyemi Akute, at about 1 a.m. on Saturday. I don't know, this whole sexual rump, incidences that's been leading to deaths these days, and funny enough, it's been with security personnel. I don't get it. Is there a catch to it?
This is also a case of sexual rump or something?
Because we don't know. We can't say. But
could be because we're hearing at about 1 a.m. on Saturday.
1 a.m. Come on.
Friday was Valentine's Day. You see what
the aftermath.
some family members
that's it.
haven't
that's
saying.
It. Yes.
That, we've really lost the essence of this Valentine's Day celebration. Like we've twisted the whole thing. The ideals of Valentine's Day already under the carpet.
Apostle Life, said to me that day and said, "Yudi, I'm not wishing you no Valentine's, no, because it's been bastardized."
Right.
And I can relate.
All right. Irate youths have reportedly burnt down a police division in Ifon, Oshe local government area of Ondo State. This is as a result of the death of a young man who was allegedly tortured to death in police custody.
Would that be the young man whom they said, had a pregnant wife at home, arrested, and then died in police custody? Well, I don't know. But anyways, though, that's really a sad one. Oh, Lord. Anyways, residents of Tudun Tagarji in Kano State were thrown into shock at the weekend after discovering a woman in a carton near a drainage in the Kaura area of the state. Now, it was learned, this from a statement issued on Sunday by the leader of the Operation Zaman Lafia Vigilante Group, Commander Rabiu Suleiman. A newborn baby, newly born. Okay.
I think I also saw that video on Facebook.
Okay. I don't know.
Well, all right.
Well, all right, though.
The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has dismantled a trans-border drug syndicate, arresting 4 suspects and seizing tramadol pills worth multi-million naira hidden in vehicle bumpers and false compartment. According to a statement on Sunday by the agency spokesman Femi Baba Femi, the vehicle was intercepted along the Nasarawa Toto Road in Kefi, Nasarawa State at 6 a.m. on Tuesday, January.
All righty. Okay, but let's get you this one now, where Governor Abba Yusuf of Kano State on Sunday issued a stern warning to teachers, prohibiting them from involving students in hard labor, now both on and off school grounds. Now, this is contained in a statement issued by spokesperson Sunusi Dawaking Tofa. Now, the governor emphasized that schools are for education and moral guidance, not manual labor. All right. I'm glad.
Makes sense.
All right. That's a stern warning it is.
Right.
But let's also have you know that today is a very important day, as put together or commemorated by the United Nations. It is
the Global Tourism Resilience Day.
That's
and leading the least developed countries, small island developing state countries in Africa and middle income countries. Tourism with nature, sustainable tourism has the environmental responsibility and conservation. Now, it is expected that whilst we commemorate this day, the Nigerian government would actually look inwards, but actually visit.
Sure.
Within even nationals, foreign nationals, they can actually come here, visit. You take a look at somewhere in Niger State or something.
Right, even Jos.
Yes,
Plateau
Jos,
State.
Plateau State, Cross
Even
River,
Sokoto State.
Sokoto
These guys,
State,
oh
you
Lord.
know.
Lord have
There are
mercy.
beautiful places,
Beautiful,
spots,
beautiful.
honestly. Tourists, sites, and what have you. But how many of us even visit these places? A number of Nigerians would rather travel to Zanzibar.
That's
You know,
right.
they would rather travel to Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, even South Africa.
I don't know why.
Or the Maldives.
That's crazy.
You see, when we have beautiful spots like this in Nigeria, let us promote what we have within us. Let us grow the Naira. It's very important
Very
because the
important,
more you travel to all of these other countries on tourism or vacation, however way you like to put it, you're just helping them grow their currency
True.
at the detriment of ours.
Well, did I hear a gossip somewhere? A gossip where the federal government says that we have health tourism in Nigeria now, where foreign nationals come in here. Okay, so maybe we can transform this one so that foreign nationals can also show us some love. Okay, don't say.
That's a conversation for another day.
Resilient tourism is the theme for this year's Global Tourism Resilience Day.
Right.
All right, that's what it is. We just thought we should throw that in so that you don't get misinformed, and get to really do that we're looking into this morning.
Okay,
Right, let's jump
it's going to
into
be a
it.
smart read.
Very smart read.
We're starting over the Punch newspaper, and the
right.
big news story there, written in red, black on a widespread, says
Oh,
telecoms
Lord.
tariff hike. Federal government deploys security agents as NLC insists on protest. A protest will be hijacked by miscreants, says NSCDC spokesman. Subscribers oppose Labour's move. You find that one on page 2.
That's right, page 2. That one reads, and now let's go to this one on page 7. Just to the side of the Punch newspaper, banner now. Edo to petition EFCC as panel alleges 96 billion naira fraud under Obaseki. Why am I not surprised at that?
All right. Ensure fairness in deporting Nigerians, federal government tells the United States of America. You find that one on page 8.
All right, Borno, missing children rise as Boko Haram steps up recruitment. Page 25.
Boko Haram
That's that
stepping up
story.
recruitment amidst the revelation by the U.S. congressman.
Okay.
Okay, that should be a good read for you. Details on page 25.
That's
and then
right.
moving on to page 33, OPEC foresees lower Dangote refinery petrol price. All right.
All right.
May that come to reality.
Reality, right? That should come to reality.
But not at the expense of his, the growth of the business. I mean, no pun intended.
True
Only
talk.
just saying.
True talk, Omar. True talk.
Right.
Now let's get to the base of the Punch now. This one says dismembered girlfriend died from asthma. All right. Kwara killer cleric is saying that. Pages 4 and 5 carries the background, of course, is red, and then the conversation in itself is white. I don't even know what the mix of color is, but I mean that's what the Kwara cleric, killer cleric, is saying. That just at first we had the alleged gospel singer Timmy Lane,
Right.
and now we've got this one too. And all of them, one thing connects all of these stories.
It's simple. Run some sort of autopsy.
Right.
Yes, to be sure of what
Sure.
really killed,
Sure.
took the life of this lady.
Sure.
But it's really very sad. And somehow the conversation around us bastardizing this thing called girlfriend and boyfriend.
Yes.
I think it has to be on the front burner
It
again.
has to be. It
because,
has to
I
be
mean,
on the
how do
front
you explain
burner.
all of this?
Honestly.
If you are... Oh,
Okay,
I'll
we'll
leave
just-
it there.
we'll just leave it
Let's
there.
move on to page 8. Laughing. Oyo Prince asks court to sack Owode. Details on page 8.
All right. LG crisis now. Adeleke Oyetola trade words. Labor suspends services. And that will be all with the Punch newspaper right there. Let's get to the Vanguard.
All right, so the Vanguard newspaper, the big news story there says Trump's energy policy is the kicker. Federal government's 19.6 trillion naira revenue target under threat, with 3 riders underneath it. The first one says diaspora remittances, forex budget will be impacted. CPPE talking there. And the second rider says USA oil impact over dramatized. And Nasima is saying that one. And then the last rider says economic diversifications, the way out at Donri is the one talking there. Details on page 19.
Right, just above the Vanguard newspaper banner now, how politicians weaponization hurts Nigeria. Certain Archbishop Ogorji is saying that now. Page 28 has the story.
All right, and then federal government to engage 28,000 Nigerian health workers on USAID payroll. Details on page 32. Because, of course, with this revelation, there has been sparking, views and counter views.
Hey, Lord.
The controversy surrounding it just means that a number of Nigerians under the USAID payroll would have to be disengaged.
That's right. Okay.
So that would also add to the unemployment,
Come on.
yes, what's it called?
The string of unemployment that we have already.
Federal government should just have to engage them.
Man, Lord. Well, we got another sub story, quite big, but not as the big story now. PDP APC bicker over party's internal crisis. It's got one rider to it. Will PDP recover from its leadership problems? All right. Page 32 and page 16 has got that story. You might want to go check it out and see.
All right, moving on to page 13. 2027 is the key count. Matawale blasts ex-SGF. Lawal says North suddenly behind Tinubu.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, youth raise police station in Ondo over alleged death of detainee. Page 10.
All right, and then you have this Lone Spot story right there on page 37. Chioma Ajunwa joins Jack Battery.
Wow. Chioma Ajunwa has joined Jack
But the
Battery?
picture I'm seeing there is that of an officer.
That's what I see.
So is she also
I thought she was an athlete. Okay. You know what? We're leaving miracle times now. And bring you the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, the big story on the front page. Local government polls. Adeleke reports Oyetola security chiefs to Tinubu's got a couple of riders to it now. Accuses them of plotting mayhem in Oshun today. I am a man of peace. Respect court's ruling. Oyetola tells Adeleke. NLC declares stay at home for LG workers. Oh, so I see. Planned public holiday can't stop our chairman from resuming APC, saying that. Now that story that has the boldness now is page 22 holding it down.
All right, still on page 22. Tinubu affirms RFI's role in APC formation and also elections. And over the weekend, he even congratulated him on the occasion of his birthday.
Wow.
Right, so.
All right. Talk about not having a permanent enemy.
Right, right.
Okay, talk about that. Amotekun foils robbery incident on Lagos-Shagamu Expressway. One suspect killed. Page 27 has got that story.
And on page 6, cost of obtaining cash remains high despite CBN's enforcement measures. Details on page 6.
All right, we'll just move away from the Nigerian Tribune newspaper now. Let's go see the Guardian newspaper. The big story says,
despite 7.2 trillion naira subsidies, past sector inefficiencies take toll on consumers. Details on page 6, but you have a breakdown right there talking about the electricity subsidy from 2015 up until 2025. 7.2 trillion naira in subsidies over 11 years.
Wow, that's a lot. That is a lot. 7.2 trillion naira. In subsidies.
But are Nigerians even ready for the subsidy to be taken off, this electricity sector?
I don't think so.
Because some are saying that no. The implication will be increased tariffs, right? So are we ready for that?
Oh, I don't think so. But anyways, 2027 is a kicker now. Tinubu gets more northern backing as LP spars over Igbo presidency. Page 6. It's got that story.
All right. Court rejects family's bid for interim administrator of Wigwe's estate. You find that one on page 2.
All right. We'll see this one now. U.S. policy shifts leave. AGOA. Diaspora remittances hanging. Page 3.
And federal government vows probe into hoarded relief materials at FCT IDP camp.
Okay.
You find that one on page 8.
That's right. Well, let's go see this one now. It says oil vandals stealing 155,000 barrels as host communities get 78.8 billion naira. All right, page 4 has got that story now.
All right, this one on page 4. Honestly, this has been sparking a lot of reactions, especially on X.
Yes.
Alleged $150 million Binance bribe. Heather once accused lawmakers probed because Tigran, is it Tigran? Gambarian has come out to say that these lawmakers actually, some of them are already, their hands are kind of tied.
Yeah.
And they're somewhat complicit,
Okay.
in this whole saga and controversy.
Somebody once said if anybody was to really look into all that make up Nigeria, that what you'll find out. Okay, we'll leave it there. But let's move away from that now. Bring you the Nation newspaper. It's going to be a smart read, as we said earlier, so you best want to keep your ears and your eyes glued. 201 Nigerians head for home on Trump deportation order. All right? It's got a couple of writers now. Convicts among first batch of 85 on way to Lagos. Envoy, drop box. Policy not suspended. All right. Now it's got the story continues on page 4 of the Nation newspaper.
All right, and this one here says average cost of telephone call now 13 naira per minute. Data rate yet to change. You find that one on page 15. I think very quickly we need to go pay some bills.
That's right. Let's go pay some bills. We'll be right back in a short bit.
You ready for this?
Keep this frequency clear.
We're live. Eagles FM 102.3 Abuja.
Sorry, sir. We just sold the last one.
Chai! Papa, what happened? They just sold the 2-bedroom bungalow I wanted to buy, and all others are calling big prices. 30 million naira, 35 million naira for a 2-bedroom bungalow terrace.
Have you tried My Abuja Home Limited?
My Abuja Home Limited? No! My Abuja Home is selling their 2-bedroom terrace bungalows in Gwagwalada for a promo price of just 17 million naira only. Wow, that's very affordable. And in Gwagwalada, Abuja FCT, is just 30 from
after the FRCN radio house in Old Kutunku in Gwagwalada. So, for this promo price of 17 million naira, the 2-bedroom comes with a large sitting space, a sizable kitchen. The floors are tiled with 2 bedrooms and toilets with fitting windows with burglary proof, security, borehole water, electricity, and the area is cool.
Wow, My Abuja Home Limited, Abi. Or you give me the number.
Just call 080-888-37426. I said 080-888-37426 or 080-827-23824. That is 080-827-23824. My Abuja Home. Live the life.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Has anyone told you you can talk about your business on radio for just
20,000 naira?
Get a chance to talk your business for 25 minutes on The Entrepreneur. Mondays to Fridays, 3 p.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. For more inquiries, call 090-9984-4433. 090-9984-4433. Hurry now.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
All right, it's exactly 33 minutes gone past the hour of 7 on the AM side. It's still the pages right here and on here. Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. We will give you an audio, visual, radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day. Make sure to go and see for yourself the television we are hosting across, precisely or particularly, if you like, that would be YouTube and
Facebook.
That's right. Okay, at Eagles FM Abuja. Spread the love, spread the wings, and cover X, cover Instagram, cover TikTok at Eagles FM Abuja. All right. All right, we're still looking at the pages right there. A couple of stories now. All right, it says, let's see. Tambuwal under fire for attacking APC defectors. It's got one writer to it now. Ruling party Bashiru Nwoko knock senator. Page 31. It's got that story now. All right. Is there any other
I think
thing?
we just leave it here
We'll leave it here.
and have family members
That's
call in to
right.
share their thoughts.
Good. So we're giving you the lines now that you can connect with us via, and that would be
0907-353-0044 or 0908-766-8888. Send a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal number on 0909-705-4450. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, Moses.
Yes, it's Moses.
That's right, bright and early.
Both of you are highly excited this morning.
That's right.
What are your papers?
Oh, the God, my brother, God, and then the reason
coffee
now, well, yeah,
also.
the coffee too as well.
The morning coffee.
The coffee.
It's okay. I hope you have served my sister over there with a coffee this morning.
Oh
Of
yes,
course, of
most
course.
deaf.
Thank
most
you
deaf.
so much.
She's so
That's
sharp.
very great.
Thank you.
So that coffee should be on portable coffee.
Yes,
Right.
so
We agree 101%.
that's right. Much more, my brother. Talk to us, man.
This the way these countries are going. Relief materials for IDP uphold in a store is covered in Abuja. Very large numbers of materials. What is wrong with this country? You see the level of corruption. And we are blaming the government. And I believe that a lot of people have died, which this could have been a benefit for them. And there are people that are still alive, suffering, are waiting for these materials. Materials that are meant for people that are concerned. Just a certain individual because of corruption and self-centeredness. Eat them in a store is alarming. Then another point again. Reversals of this new 8-year policy, I think is a good one. Because sometimes when we want to borrow the foreign ideas to our system in Africa, especially Nigeria, it won't work. Because some of these Europeans that we are trying to borrow ideas from them, they have a good structure, a good governance, a system for their system. So everything is tax in this country. That is one of the challenges we are facing in this country. How many Nigerians are workers? How much is their take-home pay? And you are bringing what is a policy in England, in America, to this very country. How will it work? It won't. It won't. Remember on a new, how they call it, revelations over the insecurity by an American or
USAID, yes.
Yes. What are those revelations? I think I always on this platform, there are hidden things that have not yet been unveiled. And those things are coming up now.
Right.
And if those things are not being unveiled, and people concerned that are behind the scenes have not been persecuted, the insecurity we are facing in this country will not stop. And I believe that God is at work. Yeah, let it be unveiled and let us know people who are behind the scenes.
Right.
Thank you, UD, and all my faith.
Thank you very much, Moses.
All
God
right.
bless you too. Thank
Let's
you.
know who are behind us. Hello.
Right.
Good morning.
Good morning, UD and the Home Affairs.
Yes, good morning to you.
Yes, good morning. I
I got that.
Right. But anyways, though, keep the calls coming through 0907-353-0044 or
0908-766-8888.
Right.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
yes, good morning to you.
GB.
GB.
My name is GB. Good morning to you.
That's right. Good morning to you, my brother.
Release material discovered in IDP camp, IDP store, whatever.
Yeah, GB, where are you calling from first? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Jadi.
All right. Talk to us.
Now, let's break it down. I don't want to be sentimental, emotional. Let's see. Do you have IDP in Abuja? I don't know. The one they look for IDP. If you are located from Borno and go and settle somewhere in one county, and call they say IDP. Officially, I don't know of any IDPs in Abuja. These are not released material of the government they should share. Palliative. Because let's differentiate between palliative and IDP material. Those things are kept there for emergency. You know when there is emergency, they will carry IDP to be looking for, let our we get rice. Don't release material Look, any day an emergency talk up before we. So I want to call and tell me where there are IDP camp in Abuja.
All right.
These are not permitted to be shared.
Okay.
So it is installed, waiting for any occasion. It's not when you have when you are in the war, you are looking for where you can buy arms.
Okay.
Purchase arms before start. So I'm not looking for the government, so but let's listen together. They call it IDP. They didn't say palliative. Secondly, Tambua is saying that those who are decamping are because of serving something. They are losing members. APC is growing. Others who are saying that Tinubu did not win IDP, did not admire Tinubu. You can see this people decamping to APC. Let me tell you, politics has not started. By this time next year, you will see politics. If somebody can win election when he was outside the government, when he's inside, what will he do? And these are more something supposed to know.
Right.
All those know that they are making the noise is because they want attention. They want to patronize. It's for patronage. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, GB.
All right, GB, just to put it out there that there are IDPs in Abuja. All right. I'm glad you said you didn't know. So let's give you some heads up as to some of these IDPs in Abuja.
Well, according to report, there is an IDP camp somewhere in Lugbe, Area 1.
That's right.
There is somewhere called New
Kuchingoro. That's right.
There is an IDP camp there. And even somewhere in Kuje, there is an IDP camp there. Also, Durumi and Wasa.
That's right.
Yes.
So,
and some of these IDP camps have been in operation since 2014.
Yes.
Right.
So, and they've been accommodating about nearly 2,000 people who have fled, all right, from their hometowns due to insecurity. So there are IDP camps in Abuja, GB, just to also put that out there already, all right? Let's go take this one.
Good morning.
Okay, is this Bright?
Yudi.
Yes, Bright.
That morning, everybody.
Good morning,
Good
Mr.
morning
Bright.
to you, Bright. Where are you calling from? All right, talk to us.
Yudi, USID and Nigerian government. You know, sometimes there are certain things when they talk about it in Nigeria. We are just pretending. We pretend a lot in Nigeria as if you have wounds, and some people have told you, cause your wound. You are just pretending as if to say you don't know. And when you see maybe a foreign report or something, you'll be shouting, we are just pretenders. Look, but this is during the advent of Buhari and his APC members. That was Hage. He's alive up to today. He told you how they imported terrorists to Nigeria. Did anybody any about it? Is he alive today?
Right.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Everybody told you they are paying some terrorists. How did you know the terrorists? How much was paid to the government, to the district? During the train attack, the federal government was involved. Most of them gave to the abductors. How? Where? How was the negotiated? We didn't know. This former central bank governor, for revelations, up to now, did we investigate it? No. Sometimes, different people, they catch terrorists. It doesn't mean that they don't question the terrorists or they don't know before they have repented. If there is no investigation or what about. Right. So when you are talking about it, I just laugh. And when people are saying we are improving, I just laugh and laugh. We are just pretending. Any day we are serious about this nation, the good thing of Nigeria, you know. But my heart goes to Adebanjo that died last week.
Right.
He's a very good man.
Right.
May God accept his soul and forgive his ever sins.
Yeah.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much, Bright.
Good morning.
Appreciate this
Thank
one. Good
you,
morning
Mr.
once
Bright.
again.
Thank you.
Bright there giving us 2 cents, delivering it hot, right there. But yeah, what would be your own reaction, right? And the number is still out there for you, and they would be called right about now.
All right, 0907 353 0044 or 0908 766 8888. Send a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal number on 0909 705 4450. And good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning
Good
to you,
morning
please.
to you.
Happy Monday.
We wish you the very same. What's
That's
your name
right.
and where you're calling from?
This is Ifa Shuku.
Ifachuku. Where are you calling
calling
from?
you from Kutukau.
Kuchikau.
right. Good
Been a
to
while.
have you.
Been a while. I heard that Kuchikau place.
We have over
Yes, sir.
2,000 we deported from America. Is it not a shame? We have what we have for people to come here and work, not us going out to be deported like a foreigner who doesn't have work. This country is not blessed. If they are selfish, they can put it aside. We don't need to be going out to look for great venture. But look at the way they have subjected Nigeria to. They don't care. When they come to power by enemies, even the people that are debating to APC, with what Adam Oshomole say, whatever you are saying, you come to APC, your sins are forgiven. Calling a criminal to come back to APC to continue to loot our money. If it is another country, people have been in prison. So that statement is not good for a country that is foreign structure like Nigeria.
All right.
I think you get me.
I get that.
So I'm praying for those who are defecting. They should think what they are defecting for. Is it the hunger that APC imposed on us, or is it the problem Nigeria are passing through? What is making them defective? If the Southern Zaire, because they give a Christopher has done for them, they don't know what is in the front. I'm sorry.
Get that.
They go this country.
All right. Amen to that one.
Thank you very much. Well, Senator Tambuwal has come out to say that the people defecting from the opposition to the ruling APC, they are doing that because of stomach infrastructure.
Wow.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
That's a big one. Stomach infrastructure. Okay. Well, let's begin with this one now and, bring you up to speed with your messages via the WhatsApp. But just before we do so, we understand from our producer that there's quite a number of messages via the Facebook page wall,
right.
comment section. Let's begin.
Okay. I'd like to start off with Suleiman Jibril's message. It says, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Gimbia, a.k.a. the Radio Princess.
Nice. Look at that.
Watching
Okay.
you live from National Assembly quarters
beautiful,
this
beautiful.
morning. Please
Thank
keep
you.
up the good work.
Appreciate
Suleiman Dan Fulani, National Assembly quarters. Thank you so
yeah.
much,
Appreciate it.
Suleiman, for
Right.
that message.
All right, I see this one. Enang Emmanuel Ideba says the vibe too much this morning. All right, thank you, Enang.
Thank you.
Appreciate that one.
And of course, also Francis Omaga Namani, watching live from Amagunze in
That's
Enugu
right.
State, says, good morning, my people in the studio,
Good
and
morning
keep up
to
the
you.
good work. The federal government should, as a matter of urgency, begin to fix Nigeria's refineries, tackle insecurity, tariff hikes, hunger, poverty, and other economic hardships in the country. May God help us. And
May
we
God
say
help us.
amen
to that one, I tell you. And then, yes, we see you, Deborah Richard Adedayo, right? You are in ABJ. Say, God bless you guys for the good work at Eagles FM. Appreciate that
you,
one from you
Debbie.
too now. Like, looking into the WhatsApp portal, quite a number of messages now. Let's start off with Tekumbi Hundu, all the way from Nasarawa State. All protocols duly observed. It says, State Governor Adeleke fumes over reinstatement of local government chairman. Politicians hate to implement any court verdict that doesn't favor them. That judgment has to be obeyed. No angry youth who burnt down a police station is quite unfortunate. Many police officers overdo their jobs. Police officers still tortured suspects to extract information. Sometimes police also collect money from a complainant to torture a suspect, which sometimes results in some people you see want a single bar remain in their some people you see not want a single bar remains in their body. Any little beating, the person is dead. I tell you, I agree with you, Daniel. Says Daniel, there's no day our people are not killed in this country. I sincerely think government is playing with the insecurity and can never end in 50 years to come. Chai. If the government continue to play with the lives of Nigerians by refusing to give it hot to criminals. Secondly, I get that. I beg go 50 years to come.
That's a long time.
Make it end.
You have to be optimistic.
Chai,
right?
that can be 50 years. No, please, Mbok. All right, 50 years is too much.
Samuel from Kuje says, good morning to you, Uduak, Daniel, and Omoife. Welcome to another great new day.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
Good morning.
Boko Haram terrorist group recruiting teenagers for their selfish and wicked agenda on Nigerians should not end up on news headlines. If truly the authorities are sincere in curbing out these evil men and their wicked sponsors, it is now or never. Don't be surprised that some of the sponsors are around the corridors of powers, and that is why they're handling them like nothing is happening. If the sponsors are known, I ask, what stops the authorities, from arresting them? I rest my case. May God make it easy for us in this country. In Jesus' name.
Amen
and we say
to that
amen.
one, though.
Have
Appreciate
a fulfilled and blissful day. You too, Samuel. Thank you.
That's right. Well, we'll see this one from Akamata from FHA. Lugbe says, why does police still engage in torture to extract information from suspect? What happens to covert operation and intelligence? It's only in the spot of the world that services can be improved instead of increasing prices to improve services rendered to consumers. Invariably, increasing prices for epileptic services. What a country. All right, Akambata right there.
He didn't quite complete that. Just
Okay, what a country. Okay, Akambata, I get that.
Akambata, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay, good. Did this person?
Well, we'll get back with him, but let's go take this one here.
Okay, Abbas reporting from Duse says, good morning, Sayidi and Omoife. On the reversal of withdrawal charges, hope it won't be like the 50 Naira transfer deduction approved through the back door. If the central bank is serious about making cash available on ATM machine at all times, then charges ought to be paid by defaulting bank whose customers use other bank ATMs for withdrawals. If banks are the ones paying the charges, it will make them sit up and always put money in their Abbas.
No, this is genius. This is genius now.
This policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria saying that if you do not use your bank's ATM, you're going to be paying 100 Naira. If you use any other banks, it only means that people are going to be stranded because across these banks, you see on the signage there, 247 ATM 7.
True.
How is that 247? When you go to an ATM gallery at maybe 10 p.m. and then all of them temporarily unavailable.
Unavailable, yeah, that's always the language.
You can imagine
always
that.
The language.
So you're going to be subjecting people to more stress, hardship, and then away from using ATM now to withdraw money. A number of people, they've now, pitched their tent with POS operators. And that is perhaps the reason why these POS operators are having a field day. Because they take it upon themselves to get the cash. You come get the cash from them.
At all costs, at any cost, actually. All right? Abbas, that's genius, honestly. But yeah, what can we say? Let's see how that goes. But we see Comrade Olobasi now, all the way from Buhari in Abuja, saying, good morning, Obongudwak Daniel and Haji Amo, FA peace. I like that.
You.
Appreciate it. It says, alleged $150 million bribery scandal. Nigerian lawmakers, or is it lawbreakers, have never owned up to corruption, even when there is an overwhelming evidence on ground to prove. Instead, they'll prefer going to court in order to bribe the judges as usual and subsequently let off the hook. As the saying goes, life is easy for a man who's without shame. That being the reason many of them that have been accused before on one thing or the other are still sitting in the two chambers taking part in plenary. May God save us from our lawmakers, from the lawmakers, it says. All right, amen, you say. All right, what can we say right there? We'll leave it at that. But we see this one here, Yusuf, all the way from Wuse too.
All right, Yusuf says, good morning, UD and Omoife.
Good morning
Federal
to you,
government
Yusuf.
absorbed 28,000 health workers affected by USAID freeze, says Health Minister. I'm highly disappointed with the minister's pronouncement for the simple reason that the staff, partners, and contractors of USAID are supposed to be suspect. We are told that USAID sponsored Boko Haram through these entities, and now the minister wants to dump them into the system. I am of the opinion that the government should first investigate local staff of USAID and prosecute those who help facilitate Boko Haram activities in Nigeria before any other decision is made. Have a nice day, Yusuf. Wow.
Roy Yusuf right there, some talk right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we'll try to make sense of it, though, should we have the time. But yes, let's now get back with that message. I mean, we saw that message somewhere. Let's see. Okay, so it's from GB, right? I believe GB right there.
Okay, yes. GB. It says, good morning.
Yes.
Those places you called IDP camps are not government or officially recognized IDP camps that government caters for. These people relocated on their own and settled down. Government, is not responsible for them. I say it again, no government recognized IDP camps in Abuja.
Oh, okay. Wow, GB. Okay. If you say it that way.
Let's not make it storm in a teacup over that. Let's quickly take a listen to the voice note because of time. Mm-hmm. All right. We'll have this one from Selassie.
Good morning, Omo FA. Good morning, the man with the golden voice, Ubon Daniel. GB, how many times I call you? Me, see, sometimes I'm happy with what is happening, most especially when you come to the politics in this country. You see, I remember these same people from PDP, what they did Jonathan. When Jonathan was begging them, I remember the love of Saraki, I remember the Dunu Melai them. Even this Tomboy that is complaining now, have Tomboy be stable? So Tomboy should just spark well. When it comes to politics, just like what GBC, we pray that may God prepare our life to see next year and see the next election by the special grace of God. Because what they do Jonathan, and God of Jonathan is haunting them. Look at what their parliament, the man from the Senate or from the parliament saying about the sponsor for Boko Haram. All this, I remember when Jonathan refused to accept gay. I know his relationship with Obama. These are the things, and I want a thorough investigation be done. Then come to the issue of this insecurity. You can see what is happening again in Katsina and other places. Missing airstrike, killing innocent people. We don't want to be hearing all this. We are urging our security should be due diligent in the effort of fighting terrorism. Innocent people shouldn't be losing their life. Nagodi.
All right.
Thank you, Selassie. I mean, for a moment, I thought he was in the studios with us, but when he said GB, how many times did I call you? All right.
Come on, Selassie, easy.
Like you always.
All right. Okay.
All right. We have this one from Honorable Edward.
Great.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Dra.
Yes.
Good morning. My name is Honorable Edward from I want to talk about the insecurity, kidnapping. I know the displaced people, materials, things from another place, we find the rest. What is happening in this country, I can't just understand. Let me talk about my state. In my own state, in my own federal constituency, where I came from, a particular local government, a local government, at 7 council road, you can't dare there. You can't dare that place. Few animals now has taken over. If you dare there, they will kill you. And what you have been there for years. If you watch the food basket of the nation, my state is no longer food basket of the nation. Because that is where yams, all these food materials came from. I grew up there. When I had the opportunity, I drew 7 boreholes for them. Cows are enjoying this holistic of human being. That became yesterday, one woman, old woman who's a good singer, died that become because that's because of poverty, because we were drinking water, no food. Where are we heading to? Our government doesn't say anything. It's not different, it's not politics. Try to be a child structure. In local government, you can't get it will go down bishop. Thank you, God bless.
Okay. All right. Yeah, all right. Thank you. Honorable, I don't know, reactions there. I can't even quantify it. But anyways, let's just hope that the light will indeed shine from the tunnel. It's been a while that we've been talking about light shining from the tunnel. Well, I want to believe that we are closer. We are very close, maybe just at the brink of it. It's just as Selassie mentioned, a lot of things is unfolding. GB too has said, to come 2026, we will see a lot of politicking going on, with regards to that and all of that.
He might be right, because in 2025, the politicking has started. And we're seeing, the cases of, mass defection, from the opposition to the ruling All Progressives Congress. So, I mean, it's like a tradition, for political actors or players in this part of the world.
What did they used to call it before? Cross-carpeting, defecting. Okay, it's gone with different names. That's what I'm just trying to point out now. We've got cross-carpeting, defecting, quite a number of names. Pitching tent. Oh Lord, oh Lord. And yet there is no policy that any lawmaker is making or thinking in this direction, saying if you've attended or if you've come into power, political office with this particular, political party,
right?
If you must defect or decamp, that's another word, decamp. There's a
but
we have not seen that.
For the decampees, they are saying that come on, the crisis rocking the PDP. They fear these issues, might not be resolved at the end of it. Not really. that they might not be resolved, but there seems to be no end in sight to the, the crisis rocking the PDP. But is there any political party
that doesn't have a crisis?
All right.
Okay.
And instead of you to run from your political party because of the internal crisis, stay back and fix it.
Fix it. Some people fixed it for you to even come in the first place.
I think these are some things that Nigerians should actually take note of, honestly. I mean, someone elected, to represent his or her constituents, and because your party is faced with, whatever problem or issue it is, you not pitch your tent with. Isn't that unbecoming of a leader?
What do we say?
As a father, if you have kids who are always at loggerheads, are you going to run away from your home because
you run away.
Your kids, the differences cannot be settled?
Or you send one of the kids away and say, you know what, I want you to defect to your uncle's place.
Yeah.
Stay there and let him be your father for a while. If it doesn't go well with your uncle, then you come back here. It's just crazy. But anyways, that's what we've come to see in terms of politicking, especially when it has to do with defecting, or decamping, or, whatever the name that they give it to, this type cross carpeting and all of that. But yeah, 9 o'clock, we'll be right back. Vicky Vic is going to step on here now. Sports on Eagles Wings will be what you get to hear in a short bit. Don't go away.
Right.